Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. Today it's the Sunday, the 28th of April, 2024, 4 minutes past 5 in the evening. We're back at X-Plane 12 in the excellent Felis 747-200. I always take an opportunity to fly this aircraft where I can. It's one of my absolute favourites. It's a very much an impromptu stream. It's my last day at work today. I've done 5 days in the simulator. Last night I finished and I said, oh, look, there's this nice little event here going in Egypt from Cairo to Luxor. I finished this afternoon at work and I said if I have time I'll do a quick impromptu stream because it's quite a short flight in the Felis 747. So I rushed back home. I got home about an hour and a half ago. I quickly downloaded the Ortho, updated the Felis 747 to the latest beta. I've done no test sector. I've not flown this aircraft in months. It's going to be good fun. Let's see what I can remember as we fly from Cairo, the capital of Egypt, to Luxor. There's not many some events here, and I saw this one here, looked at the routing, and it's great for the Felis 747 using conventional navigation. We don't have the FMC option. They have a new FMC in this aircraft, which I don't know how to use, or GPS system. But using INS navigation for our short flight to Luxor. As I said, about 55 minutes. We are live weather, but 6 hours behind live time, so we can enjoy the desert, a bit of the Sahara. I don't think we can see the pyramids in X-Plane 12. Obviously, the scenery isn't as good as Microsoft Flight Sim, but it looks very nice with the Ortho at least. Yes, let's zoom on in towards the aircraft. As I said, there is a VATSIM event, so it's quite, well, not mega busy, but there's quite a lot of traffic here at Cairo than you'd usually see. And then we'll head on south through, or flying with the Nile, to Luxor here today. Who we got here in chat then? We've got Sammy701. As an Egyptian myself, I endorse this video. Brilliant. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. Coming in from Egypt. Infian Ewok says, not flown it in a long time, only means one thing. Ah, yes, come and take the Felis 747 for a flight out there. The Almighty Snark says, that's what you get for not checking the doors page. What are you on about? Not sure what you're in relation to. Howdy, says Steve Cooksey. Hope you're doing well. Cristiano Perrin, nice to see you here this evening. Thomas 13, hope you're doing well. Rosie McGowan, Edo's here. Spike Flies, David Smith. He prefers the original intro music. I think I uninstalled that some time ago. Uh-oh. Yes, I've had to get a flattened scenery here to make sure the Ortho worked properly. That's why the scenery looks a bit dodgy in the top right corner. Never mind. Andrew 71 Russ is here as well. The legendary Jumbo Jet, absolutely, it's such a legendary add-on. I love this add-on so much. The sounds are awesome. It's a real challenge to fly as well. Lots of similarities between this and the 737 as well, so I have somewhat of a loose idea of what I'm doing here. Jamal Soto's here as well. FO Pilot Depth, hope you're doing well. Darius JCR as well. Luke Zappin says, morning, good morning to you, sir. Hope you're doing very well. Yeah, this is just the stock Cairo scenery. We'll zoom on in towards the aircraft. I say it's stock. I had to get an update from the gateway because I loaded in here at the stock airport and they had palm trees on the runway, so there's a gateway update which hasn't been implemented into X-Plane 12. But yeah, what an awesome external model this actually is. I love these old looking engines and all the dirt it has around the parts of the aircraft here as well. Very, very nice. New skies all fired up, full load of passengers we're going to take. I might take a little bit of extra fuel in case I mess up the approach or something, but there we are. Cool, let's jump on into the flight deck and get the show on the road then. As I said, it's completely cold and dark. I have pre-fueled the fuel and payload for this sector. Let me show you Navigraph. What I love about this airport for the 747-200, there's no SID, so it's going to be some sort of omnidirectional departure. And we're going to fly this airway outbound from the VOR to Solam, Razmi, Semru, Nabed, and it's all the way, look, a straight line direct to the Luxor VOR. You can't get as simple as that. And then it's going to be some sort of procedural arrival. Hopefully this one for 02 outbound or some sort of vectors. But yeah, it's going to be good fun with the Ortho, and that's why I smashed the time back 6 hours. Unfortunately, yeah, the route doesn't really follow the Nile. Yeah, but we'll cross the Nile at least. We'll keep an eye out the window for it. But yes, it's essentially following the Nile from Cairo to Luxor. That's a very elegant livery, I must say. Simple, clean, classic. Yes, that's massive thanks. I think it was Jordan, one of our members, that made this Alpaca Airways livery. Very, very clean, very clean and classic lines for the 747-200. Right. Oh yes, I better get my notepads out for the 747-200. I make notes every time I fly aircraft which I'm unfamiliar with, and because this was an impromptu stream, I haven't got any of my notes out. So let me find my Felis notes. Here we are. So just to show you on YokaCam. I hope you're doing well. I hope you do like my sporting t-shirt shirt as well. There we are. There's my notes on the Felis 747-200. So how to start the engines. What else have we got there? Look, the 146. I make notes. What else do we have? Look, the Fly JSIM. Q400, even the Just Flight Hawk for the one time we flew it all that time ago. So yes, I've got my notes on the Felis 747, so I can somewhat remember what to do. Evior likes the old bird, it's very, very nice as well. It is indeed. Right, so let's get some electrical power on the aircraft. So this is all preloaded. Battery. I wish I'd done a test sector. What am I doing here? I can't remember what I'm doing. It's been so long. Where's the battery? Oh no. Good start. I know it's around here. There we go. Battery on. Perfect. Let's get the GPU connected. So close the external power. There we are. So the GPU's on the bus. Standby power switch is in the normal position. That powers up all the gauges. So we've got some electricity on the aircraft. Load calculator. So I've preloaded. Look, 100% passengers. So every seat is taken. 25% cargo. I've used the loading function to load that in, so you can go here. Currently on board we have 18 crew, 388 passengers with this configuration. We need 22.8 tons of fuel. This aircraft burns a whopping 12 tons an hour on average, so I've taken a little bit of extra, 30 minutes, 6 tons on top of this, so I should have 28.8 tons of fuel on board. So if I go here to fuel, you'll see, yeah, 28,793, that's absolutely fine. So I've preloaded the fuel, preloaded the passengers, and you can see total fuel on board is 28.08 and 20 sorry, Navigraph, 243 tons on the side there as well. So that's all done. The rest we can leave as it is for now. Let's configure the overhead panel. So I sort of start my way through here, probably the complete incorrect sequence, but obviously this aircraft has an engineer usually. So that's all set. Anti-skid on. We'll arm the body gear steering for pushback. Lighting will leave as it is. IRS switches. Where's my IRS config? I do. Oh no, I've lost my post-it note for the INS. There's a specific order in which you must do it, otherwise it'll mess it up. There we are. SIVA INS post-it note. There we are. So we can rotate that initially to standby to warm it up. Oops. There we are. Arm the emergency exit lights. No smoking and seatbelt signs on. That's all configured. Radio master switch is on. Test the stall warning system, which is down there. Mach airspeed warning test. Over rotation test, which is the same as the stall warning test. We'll turn on the window heat at this stage. We'll power it up. Is it the power? The lights? Just the lights, I think. I'm not sure. That's all done. We can do a quick light test to make sure it's all illuminating correctly, the fire warning lights, etc, etc. That's looking good. We could do our boarding PA as well, which arms the PA for the rest of the flight too. So
ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain.
You can hear my
speaking.
dulcet tones.
Entire crew, welcome aboard the Boeing 747 Classic. We will depart shortly after we have our clearance and the cabin crew is finished with their preparations. For now, I wish you a pleasant flight, and I will be back during the flight with further flight information.
Excellent, so that's done. What's the temperature here? We probably best get the APU on. Current temperature is 29 degrees, so it's quite hot in Cairo, as we'd expect. In fact, I think even as we go south towards Luxor, it's going to be even hotter. So we'll get the you can see the attitude indicators detoppling. We'll get the APU on now. So working our way over here. So APU, we'll move that to on to just, I think that opens the door and does the pre-flight start. So we'll hold that down in start now. There we go. So that's booting up the APU. And the electrical panel is all set for now. Working our way here from left to right. We'll turn on the galley power, galley control to normal. It's in normal. I think we just need some more power. Galley lav fan, we'll put that to auto. Galley chillers on for the champagne. Not that many people from Egypt might drink champagne, I don't know. Standby power is all normal. Fuel pumps, we can turn them all on. For fuel. For tanks containing fuel. That's all done. Fuel heat we'll leave in the on or off position now. What are we cruising at today? I've not even looked. Where did Navigraph put us? 350, that'll do. So we'll set that to 350. Barrow's all set. APU should be up and running now. Yeah, it looks good. So we'll put the APU on the bus. Actually, no, that's the wrong one. There we are. So APU's taking the load. We'll get the trim air on. APU bleed on, which is here. There we are. Should get some nice conditioned air coming into the cabin any second once I turn the packs on. There we are. Oh no, they're the isolation valves. So there we are. Got some nice conditioned air coming into the cabin. We'll cool it down slightly. There we go. Perfect. So pack 1, pack 2, 3 packs, isn't there? There you go. You can see the cool airs coming in. Perfect. That's all set. Taylor, some guys, what's the mod? It's called the Felis 747-200 for X-Plane 12 and X-Plane 11 still, I think. So we'll check the squibs. They're all fine. We'll do the fault and fire tests now. So there's the fire test and the fault test complete. Hydraulics to auto. Uses an air pump to pressurize the hydraulics. So that's all set. The brake temperatures, the aircraft is cold and dark, so none of the brakes are hot. Window UV heat tests complete. We'll put the aft cargo heat to normal. And the rest is all set. We've got plenty of potable water for the sector as well. Awesome. So the engineers panel, I think, is configured for as much I can do at this stage. We've done the overhead panel here. We'll get the ATIS and clearance shortly, but I've said it. We can expect 05 centre for departure. So that's all set. We need to do max indicator reset, altitude alert testing. Do that one, rudder ratio test, and instrument warning test as well. So that's all complete. We've got a IVSI with TCAS. We'll load the INS up in a second. Just do a quick config warning. There we are. So I've got engine 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 modelled to the 2 thrust lever positions. I do have 4 throttles, but it's a bit of a handful with the thrust master quadrant having all 4. Perfect. So I'll put that to standby for the weather radar +5, and we're now ready to load the INS up. But I just want to get the clearance first to see what we can expect for departure. So we'll get the ATIS and then the clearance. So the ATIS frequency is 122.6. Let's see what the weather's doing, and then we'll get the clearance.
Level 60,
control the volume down here. It's pretty cool. I just need to turn up the volume mixer though for VATSIM. Then you can turn it up using this. Look.
Zulu.
It's really cool.
ILS approach arrival runway 05 center and 05er. Departure runway 05 center and 05 Wind 360 at 10. Tag OK. Temperature 29er. 2.4. Altimeter 1011. Hectopascals. Transition level 60. Advise ATC you have information etch advise on initial contact.
Information? What? Etch sketch?
Echo.
Oh, information echo. It said something at the end which I didn't understand.
This is Cairo International.
I'll detune that now. But yeah, information echo I got. So expecting 05 centre, 360 at 10. Cove OK, 29 degrees, QNH is 1011. So we can set the altimeter now. 1011, 1011. And 1011 is set. Let's grab the clearance then and see what we can expect for departure, which I have absolutely no clue. There's no SIDS. I guess some sort of omnidirectional departure of some sort. So we have ground tower approach. So there's no clearance frequency, so let's contact ground and get the clearance. It's quite on frequency. Our stand is, I can't remember, Foxtrot 02, I think. It's a huge, oh no, just Foxtrot 2. It's a huge airport, Cairo. I didn't actually realise how large it is. I think we did do a group flight into this airport once, but yeah, it's quite quiet on this apron. I was looking here at the start of the stream. There's a lot of Egypt Air aircraft over here as well, so yeah, it's an absolutely gigantic airport. Right, let's grab the clearance and see what's what. Who knows what we'll get. Cairo ground, good evening, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, stand Foxtrot 2, copied information Echo QNH 1011, departure clearance to Luxor please. I've just realised my push to talk button's not working.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, Cairo ground, unfortunately I'm going to need you on a flight level lower than 330 if you can accept it.
Yeah, 330 is fine, if you could change that would be great, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. I think I filed at 3.5, but if he needs me lower, that's fine.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, change their flight plan. You are clear to Luxor via flight plan route. Expect vectors after departure from runway 05 center. Final flight level is 330, squawk 4432.
Clear to Luxor from runway 05 center, vectors after departure, expecting flight level 330, squawk 4432, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, read is correct.
Perfect.
The QNH 1011.
A couple QNH 1011 will call ready for push, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Perfect, so we got the clearance, squawk is 4432. 4432, that is set. Expect flight level 330, so I'm hoping a direct climb, so I'll set 330. And radar vectors, it's runway QDM for 05 center is 044, so that's all set. So that's the perfect departure for an aircraft like this. Less that I have to worry about, the better. Right, so let's now have a look at our flight plan. So we're getting a radar vector departure, and our flight plan has us fly outbound on the Alpha 727 AOA. So hopefully, after vectors, they'll tell us the route direct to SOLAM or these points here, which I'm going to load into the INS now. And we've got the VR active 115.2, and you can see down here, we've got Navigraph up there, you can see the DME distance from the VOR, which is behind 05 centres, 1.1 miles. So, we'll get rid of Navigraph. Let's bring up AviTab. And this has got all the coordinates for our flight plan. Now, just before actually I do that, I better just complete the INS alignment. So, we have these in standby. We need to update our present position. So, let me make sure I do this. So, select INS, waypoint on all three. Oh, gosh, I've not done this for a while, so I think I just put the position on this one. There we are. So, position, and we need to work out where we are. So, let's find the charts. Taxi, parking stand coordinates, and we're on stand Foxtrot 2, so it's not on that page. There we are, there's our position. So we need to tell the INS we are here, so that's going to be north 30066, insert east 031239, inserts. Right, so we told the INS where we are, and we now need to insert the position of all the waypoints. So we go align, align, align. Now I've done the present position. We move all the INS points to waypoint, so we have to go waypoint 1, waypoint on this one, and where's the third INS? It's down here, waypoint here, and then we select remote on here to update all of them. So let me get this right. So it's remote, remote, and remote, and we can now start to insert all our coordinates. Alimesh, is this study level? I've never flown the 200, but it's very complex and a lot is modelled. I'd say, as far as study level goes, yes, it's a fantastic model of the 747-200. Having never flown it, but never mind. Right. First waypoint then is going to be SOLAM, so SOLAM's in, and you guys are my eyes and ears. If you notice I make an error in my inputs, please let me know in chat, otherwise I'm going to end up not navigating properly. So north 2942, 0, insert east 031 311 0313 031 311, insert. Waypoint number 2 is Razmi, north 28590, north 28590, insert east 031 451 031 451, insert. Next is Semru. There's not many to put in, guys. North 28020, insert east 032 031 032, insert. Before is Nabed, north 27880, insert east 032171 032171, insert. Penultimate one's the Luxor VOR. It's going to be north 25450 25450, insert east 032 46 1. And lastly, in case I completely get lost, I can at least route direct to the airport. North, for this is directly overhead Luxor. North 25 42. Insert east 032 42 4. Insert. Right, perfect. We've got all of the INS waypoints in. I can now deselect remote, and you'll see, look, if I flick through, you can see all the coordinates have been copied across, and I'll now move these to nav, and they're ready actually, and I think, it could be cheating, but I always press quick align here, actually, and I think if I do that, it completes the alignment and moves them to nav anyway, and that updates the position, isn't it, for all of them. So it's all loaded. And double check what distance time. Yeah, 25 miles for the first waypoint, obviously because we're not moving the time, saying 99999. Perfect. I think we're good for the INS. Who else have we got here in chat? The almighty Snark, you ought to observe the accuracy of the INS update as well. Make sure it reaches accuracy 5 as a minimum. Because I think I press always the quick alignment thing at the end, it always has the best accuracy. Is it this one? 1 or 5 Snark? I think we're good. Because I pressed the quick align thing, which is just my way of not getting stuck. Chris, this takes you back to the Captain Sim 707 days. Yes, when Captain Sim was a reliable and reputable dev, let's say. Devil Riser just got home from Silverstone and now to get to watch this. Very, very cool. What were you doing there? What was going on at Silverstone today? I don't know. Cool. So, yes, we're going to do the performance now. So, because we're all loaded, it's got a takeoff performance calculator. So, read the data from the sim, read the data, from the load sheet, read the data from the sim, so it's all in, and I did this at the start of the stream look. The runway length, I put 3,900 metres. Full length, it's 3,999, so 4,000, so we'll request full length, and just conservatively say 3,900. The elevation's in, as is the runway heading, and the wind, I'll put the slope as 0 because it is flat. And that says we can take flap 10. These are our V-speeds. Because we're quite light, yes, we've got a full load of passengers, but we don't have a huge amount of fuel. Our V-speeds are actually quite low. So V1 is 120, VR 128, V2 is 146. And if you press the set bugs, watch all the white marks. There you go. It sets all your bugs for you. 146 V2 is also set on the MCP, which is a really nice touch to have. Stab trim is 3 units. So we'll set that now. 3 units, which I think is already set. There we are. And the target attitude is going to be 18 degrees, and optimal climb is 297 knots. So let's just set the pitch attitude for departure. Need to turn on the flight directors. And they're all going to be all over the place at the moment, but I'll set the pitch attitude to 19 degrees. Perfect. Evil, is the position inserted in all 3 of them? Because I did that quick align function, it does update the position in all 3. I think I was maybe meant to use that, do the remote function first when I insert the position for all 3, but it'll do. We've at least got 1 INS, and if it all goes to pot, we can route conventionally. It's all good, it's all good. Right, I think we've done everything. Let's now do the checklist, see what we forgot. So, we've got 2 checklists, the pilots and the flight engineers, so let's start reading it here.
Before start checklist, please. Gear lever and lights. Down and check.
See how much I forgot. Quite a lot, probably.
Brakes. Parked. Start levers. Off. Radios. On and check. Flight control hydraulic power. On. INS. Check and nav.
So far, so good.
Compasses. Slaved. Window heat. On. Seatbelts and no smoking. On.
Whilst that's going
Emergency lights.
I will just
Armed.
remove the chocks.
Cockpit to ground. Remove the chocks.
And can we
Exterior
disconnect
lights.
the GPU?
Damn.
Oh, yeah, that let me off because that's this light, the beacon light, for the checklist. So checklist.
Chocks removed.
We'll skip that.
Flight instruments. Check. Altimeters and clocks.
Such a beast, isn't it?
1, 0, 1, 1. Set and cross check. Radio INS switches. Radio. Radar and transponder. Stand by.
Indicator lights.
Check.
Engine and wing
I'm
anti-ice.
doing well.
Off.
Stall warning.
Check.
The brake didn't
Mach
do though.
airspeed warning.
Off.
Check.
Auto brakes.
Check and off.
The co-pilot is so
Body
disappointed.
gear steering.
Arm.
Anti-skid.
On.
Autopilot and flight director.
Hi Isaac, no more space coming in. Glad you
Hold
could catch one of the streams. Oh, actually, this one's the flight director off.
Check and off.
Okay, we'll turn it on later.
Takeoff warning.
We've done that.
Check.
That's the config warning
Auto
check.
flight enunciators.
Check.
GPWS.
Check.
Instrument warning.
Check.
Flight director
I
computer
can't wait to start the
selectors.
engines on this aircraft. It's such an
Check.
event.
Instrument source
So
selectors.
loud. The sounds are so
Normal.
good.
Reserve brake valve.
Closed.
Spoilers.
Down.
Static selectors.
Normal.
Oxygen
Due
mask
out
and
at
regulator.
40, so we've still got 10 minutes. Doing well.
Check and emergency off.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Stabilizer trim.
Check and on.
Rudder and aileron trim.
Check.
Ah, I didn't forget
Check was
anything.
completed.
That's just the anti-collision light that always asks you to do it. Right, now it's the engineers checks. Let's see if we forgot anything there.
Battery on. APU panel. Check. Auxiliary power. Check. Engine oil quantity. Check. Fuel quantity.
That's all here.
28677 kilograms.
That's good. Extra
Fuel
30
panel.
minutes.
Check and set. Pressurization controls. Check and set. Bleed controls.
Should put the recircs on.
Wait.
So bleed controls. This one, does it want to be on? Or these off?
Check and set.
Ah, that's better. They'll need to be on for
Hydraulic
later anyway.
quantity. Check. EPR computer.
Just keep it like
Let's
that to
see.
keep this all conditioned. Yes, this wants to be on the go around thrust setting initially, but then I'll put it back to takeoff dry.
Go around. Circuit breakers. Check.
There we go.
Indicator lights.
It's a bit longer than an
Check.
Airbus checklist, yes.
Electrical panel.
It's quite a lot to do, Glenn.
Check and set. Air conditioning controls. Let's see.
So what does it want there? Air conditioning controls. Is it these off again? These are where I always get a bit stuck because I can't remember the config it wants.
Check and set.
Yeah, it wants the packs off because we're about to start the engines, I think.
Fire control and wing
That's
overheat
fine.
panels. Check and set. Equipment cooling. Check. Passenger oxygen. Check. Hydraulic panel. Wait.
So this goes off now, doesn't it? For the pushback.
Check and set.
That goes on.
Fuel jettison panel. Check.
That's for the
Crew
pushback.
oxygen. On. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off. ADPs off. Checklist completed.
Alright, so next is the start checks and after start checklist. So we're all ready to go. This has actually been quite a quick setup. So we'll just brief our departure. We're going to push back here face south on the apron. It's got a complex little taxi actually out of here. So just be careful with the instructions. Hopefully straight out Bravo Delta Sierra, and then we'll have a short taxi to 05 Center. Long runway here. And there's no SID to brief, guys. It's a runway heading vectored departure. So we'll maintain heading, contact departures, and they'll give us a heading or a waypoint to route direct to. And what I've done, I've printed off the flight plan and the INS program waypoints. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've put next to the named waypoints, and when they clear us a direct to, I know which INS waypoint to select because I've made a note of the applicable waypoints. So that's it. We've pretty much covered everything. We've done the checks. Let's get the pushback crew here. We'll wait another couple minutes to push back, so we're going to get penalised via New Sky for Alpaca Airways. And we'll go from there. Let's connect.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
It's very enthusiastic. And there's the tug amongst all the traffic being rammed. Three-way collision. Fantastic.
Taxi to stand Echo 9er.
Yes, we'll have a little bit of louder exterior volume, I think, for this.
Cascadia 550.
Right, we'll get all the doors closed. And the ground power disconnected. Just want to double check that is off the external power. There we are. So I've closed the external power, I've tripped it, and we're on the APU power. So we can now go to the ground, disconnect the
Cockpit to ground.
GPU.
Disconnect ground power.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches
Oh
are
no,
closed and we're
I've
ready
tripped
to
the power.
connect.
I do
Ground
this
power
every time I fly this, I swear. I always forget to close the buses, and I've probably tripped loads of stuff. I think we're okay, this is the problem, it trips things. I think I've tripped the electric hydraulic pump. Yeah, I need to reset the power. Okay, I think we're alright, It's all good, Fuel pumps are still on. There we are. Is that V1's voice? No, it's not V1, I know how he sounds. Close the doors. Close the cargo doors. Close the bulkhead door. There we are. We'll disconnect the air bridge. There we go. Such a beast, isn't it? I love this add-on so much. Some of you might have not even seen me fly this before. You wait till I start the engines on this. The sounds on this are just so special. It's such an awesome add-on. Right, let's just get it configured ready for the engine start first, and we'll just tell the cabin crew to arm the slides.
Cabin crew, arm slides.
And they'll start doing their PA. And they've called us.
All doors are closed and armed.
Sounds Dutch. There we are. And you can hear,
Chief flight attendant.
if we go in the cabin,
On behalf of our captain and the entire crew,
you can hear them doing their boarding PA, which is great. Right, we're ready for the engine start, so we'll just get the switches configured here. This is such an awesome, so it's this.
Ready to start the engines.
Ready for engine start.
Oh, it's just the whole process. It's like lifting the space shuttle off the launch pad. Right, let's get our pushback clearance.
Approved, squawk 4437.
Squawk 4437.
So the engine sequence is 4123.
Flight level 2990,
Egypt 62, readback is correct, the QNH 1011.
Perfect. And Cairo ground, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima stand, Foxtrot 2 request push and start.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, please set squawk 4432.
Oops. I thought I did that. Didn't I do that? Setting squawk now 4432. Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. I swear I did that.
Cairo ground, good aid, jet 242, looks
I don't know which one I want.
Echo Lima X-ray.
I'm going to put it on transponder.
Mr. Jet 242, stand by, you're number 1 for clearance.
You did set it in Switchcraft. I swear I did that. Yeah, I remember. What happened? Oh, maybe when I lost the power, it reset it. Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima now squawking 4432.
1011.
I think I stepped on there. Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima again.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, push and start approved, face south, the QNH 1011.
Push start approved facing south. QNH 1011 Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Yeah, most likely Rosie, most likely. Right, we're clear push and start to face
Jet
south.
242, unfortunately, your
Hey,
flight
Captain,
plan is in
let me know where you want
progress.
this
There
thing.
are no direct allowed in the Egyptian airspace, so I will send you
So,
a reroute if you can accept
Don't want
it.
to do it
just let me
too
know.
tight. Something like
waiting for the...
that.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pens inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Right, releasing the parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Every time. Right. Are we ready to start the engines? 4123. Starting engine number 4. Oops, what have I not done? What have I not done? Armed. That's done. That's done. What have I forgotten? Why is that not letting me start the engines? Start valve. Oh no! I forgot to turn the beacon light on. That's going to penalise me. Maybe that's it. Bleeds. Thank you. Yeah. No, AP bleeds on. Packs are off. That's the first time I've had this. Do I need engine bleed on? No. I'll try it. I'll try now.
Starting engine 4.
Yeah, okay.
Start of Hell
Engine bleed needs to be on. Got you. There we are. Starting engine number 4. Why is it so quiet? That's not usually what happens. It's usually very loud. I don't think that's starting properly. Oh, it is. What's going on? It's usually amazing. What's happened to the noises? Well, it's definitely turning. N2. We have oil pressure. And we have no N1. Or a little bit of it. Let me just put fuel in.
Fuel on. Light up.
Okay. Don't know what happened there, guys. Usually the spool up sounds are really good. Something weird. Maybe it's a
about
bug.
done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
There was no startup sounds.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Interesting. Let's hope we get the start sounds of the other engines. That's a great shame. I've never had that one before. Right. Good start on engine number 4. Usually says stabilised. Let's start on engine number 1.
Starting engine 1.
Start of Hellhoven.
Let's have a little listen out here. That's better. There we are. Loud noises. Right. Where are we looking? N2. Oil pressure.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Light up.
There we are. There's engine number 1 spooling up. Yeah, that's better. I don't know what happened on engine number 4, but number 1 is much better. Very loud. In here it's just like, calm. Right, good start on engine number 1. And let's start now engine number 2.
Starting engine 2.
Start of Hellhoven.
Good, so that's on this side. This add-on is so good. Burning fuel sat here. N2, oil pressure,
20% N2.
and we have N1 starting engine number 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
Only thing is, the EGT does shoot up really quickly. Good. Just burning a casual 800 kilos of fuel per hour per engine. It's 3.5 tons an hour almost. Oh dear. Right, starting engine number 3.
Starting engine 3.
Start of Hellhoven.
There we are. Engine 4's got a hush kit. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Shame. So I want to see engine start in here.
Engine stabilized.
Perfect. That was for engine number 2.
20% N2.
Perfect. Fuel going on for engine number 3.
Fuel on.
It's a long
Light up.
process. No, 3.5 tons per hour. No, long cut. Not per engine. No, in total. 800 kilos per hour. So 3.2 tons an hour for 4 engines. So 800 kilos an hour per engine. Still a ridiculous amount, seeing that in the 737, well, the max burns 2 tons an hour in the cruise. We're sat here burning, 1.5 times that, just sat here. Right, good. Looks like 4 good engine starts. 3 looks like it's stabilising. Perfect. So, we can put the start valve 2 off. Close this. We'll do the before taxi flow now. So I just follow my operators. It works really well. So, 4 generators. 1, 2, 3, 4. APU, we can now turn the bleed off and the APU. We can open the... No, sorry, close the split system breaker. Generators on, APU's off. Start switches. We'll put these all to flight. Probe heat can come on. No anti-ice required. Air conditioning. So I'm going to put the bit of packs on. And we'll turn them off prior to takeoff. Flaps to 10.
Flaps 1.
5 and 10. And you can see, look, the leading edge devices extending straight away. It's really cool. Flight controls. Full forwards. Full back. Left, centre, right, centre. Rudders, full right and full left. Perfect. Recall, we've just got the anti-skid hydraulics off because I need to turn on the hydraulics. And then we can do the after start checklist.
After start checklist.
Yeah, start switch once off, I think.
Flight recorder.
On.
Start switches.
Off.
Beacon lights.
On.
Back to fly now for
Brake
takeoff.
pressure.
Check.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Engine
Taxi,
anti-ice.
turn those on.
Off.
Electrical panel. Check. Pack valves. Open.
There we are, fully
Dual
open.
warning lights. Out. Hydraulic panel. Check. Flight recorder. On. After start checklist completed.
Perfect. Next is the taxi checklist, so we'll just start this now.
Taxi checklist, please.
Flaps. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Takeoff data. EPR and the airspeed
And
buttons.
the
Set and cross check.
these come off, I think.
Stabilizer trim.
Oops.
Set in green band.
Probe heat.
On.
Flight controls.
Check.
Yeah,
Fuel
Joss, I
damper.
know. I've heard about Joss Glenn. He's an ex-engineer.
Seatbelt
I've spoken
and
to him in the
shoulder harness.
past when the aircraft
Check.
came out.
APU. Off. Fuel heat. Off. Totalizer and
Takes
gross
a long
weight.
time to run this,
Set.
guys, but it's the
Flight
aircraft.
engineer and pilot panels. Check. Aft cargo heat. Normal. Seat belts and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed.
Next is the before takeoff, which we can do whilst we're taxiing out. So we're ready to go. Request taxi. Really sing.
Pair 156 feedback is correct. The QNH 1011.
1011.
Busy here now. It's a busy event.
Passenger 242, push and start is approved, face to south, the QNH 1011.
Push and start approved, face south, QNH 1011.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, request taxi.
Alpaca 2 Charlie Lima, taxi to hold short of runway 05 center via Delta Sierra Tango.
Taxi holding point 05 centre via Delta Sierra Tango, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. So, taxi routing, straight ahead, Delta, right Sierra, hold short Tango. Even I can't get lost. Watch this. Right, lights are on. We'll release the brakes.
Parking brake release.
And we've got to do this bit outside. can't hear ATC, I can't hear pings pinging. Right, perfect. Thanks, Liam. 54 months a member. Hope you're doing well. I hope you packed your Atlas. The Seaver isn't that reliable for you. Yes, brilliant. Cheers, Liam. Yes, it's alright. We've got conventional navigation backed up on this sector. I saw this route and I said this will be fine. We've got VORs. Right, let's do the before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist.
Icing considerations.
Check.
Cabin alert.
Check.
So we'll clear left.
Damn.
Oops. Oh, yes, everyone's on TARA already, doesn't it?
Check.
05 center.
Ignition.
Light start.
Sorry about the ortho.
Body gear steering.
Hold on.
Yeah, so that we need to remember to disarm before takeoff, so we'll skip that.
Back valves.
We'll turn these off now
This.
for takeoff.
Closed. Pressurization mode selector.
That's very
Auto.
quiet in the
Fuel
cabin.
boost pumps. On. Cross feed valves. Check. Before takeoff checklist completed.
Excellent. Craig, have you ever been tempted to get a full flight deck at home? Some of them on YouTube are amazing. I've seen them, yes, but I don't have the space. And I'll be perfectly honest, I'm quite happy to see the back of a full flight simulator after a full week on it. But yeah, something maybe when I retire, who knows. So turning right here onto Sierra. Perfect. Turn the music off. So up here, far away from the engines, nice and quiet, nice and calm. But outside, everyone's ears are bleeding. There's our ground speed. We're doing 9 knots, so it doesn't look like it. Quite light today, only got about 25 or 28 tons of fuel, which for the 7.4 is not much. Oh yeah, 330, yeah, well done. Thanks for that.
And all stations, the new QNH is now 1012.
1012 set. Perfect, and I think it does Jim's automatically. And there's the whole point. Feels like you're doing 2 knots, I know, I'm actually doing 12. Just the ortho's a bit ugly close up. Once you get above 5,000 feet, it looks great.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, contact tower 118.1, have a safe flight, bye bye.
Wrong button. 118.1, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Thanks ATC, sir, bye bye. I accidentally pushed the brakes instead of the push to talk button.
Contact Cairo director 119.050, have a safe flight,
So preset the next frequency, which is the director. And we'll get to the whole point. Amazing. Cairo Tower, hello, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, holding Tango 05 Centre, ready for departure.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, Cairo Tower, hello, good evening. After departure, initially climb 3,500, turn right heading 190, surface wind 350 degrees at 11 knots, runway 05 Centre, clear for takeoff.
After departure, stop altitude 3,500 feet, and we'll turn right heading 190 degrees, and runway 05 centre cleared takeoff, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Right, so that's a low stop altitude, that is set, it's only 3,000 feet above the ground, but we are cleared takeoff. Confirm read back Jim, he hasn't said a word, clear left, clear right, checks below the line. So that's on, strobes, transponder, flight director's on. I'm going to ignore it in roll though. But we have that heading set, so MCP is Set transponder. MSV set transponder TARA. Strobe lights are on, and one EPR. Landing lights on. Checklist is complete. There we are. Are you guys ready for departure? I'm not. Such an awesome add-on. The sounds, if you've not heard it already, are superb. Body gear steering, thank you. We'll just get lined up. There we go. Ah, that looks pretty good on the centre line, maybe slightly to the right. Right, body gear steering off. Toga's in chat. Let's go to Luxor. And timing on the clock before you guys start yelling at me. Lots. Where is the clock? Ah, I can't find it. There it is.
Cairo target 8.
Perfect.
Holding short 05 center tango.
Stabilized.
Perfect. Engines are stabilised. Better turn on yoke cam, hadn't I? There we are. Perfect. Set takeoff thrust. Yes, every time.
Thrust set.
Perfect. Look at us go. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
Checked. Release the forward pressure.
V1.
Hands off.
Rotate.
Very light today. Up we go. And we're airborne.
Positive rate.
Gears coming up. Ignoring the flight director in roll. We're so light. Look at accelerate. I'm just going to go up to around 20 degrees. Trim. I'm just going to wait until we're 1,000 feet above the ground before I turn.
Gears up.
Perfect. 119 050, thank you very much for ATC. I'll back into Charlie Lima. Bye. So we're going to accelerate now, bug up. Go straight to 250. Ignoring the flight director. I'm going to turn it off because I'm not using it. So flaps to 5.
Flaps 5.
Going to go to climb thrust. Flaps 1.
1000 to level off.
Checked. Over to director.
Flaps 1.
1 to go. I'd love to do the flyby, but I'm very busy, guys. And flaps up.
Flaps up.
And Cairo director, hello, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, climbing to altitude 3,500 feet, right turn heading 190 degrees.
Contact 3000. Continue climb, flight level 210 and proceed direct to Sulam.
Climb level 210, proceed direct to Sulam, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Right, so let's get 210 set. And what waypoint was that one? Paperwork, oh, you can see me looking number 1. Right, this is why I need 2 people. So let's just get to 250 knots. Whilst hand flying, I'll update the INS. Right, it's all trimmed. Waypoint change, 0, 1, insert. Let's go over to INS. There we are, left turn. There's 250 knots. Let's start pitching up. It's alright, I'm just hand flying with the mouse. Set standard I need to do as well. Ooh, just watch that rate of climb. Just need to make sure I'm doing 250 knots. It's all good, it's all good. There we are, wings level. Let's get to 250, then we'll start pitching up. There's 250 knots, pitching up to maintain 250. I'm pretty happy with that departure. Right, it's a beautiful evening, so let's get that all trimmed at 250 knots. Let's do the after takeoff checklist. So that's good. Command A. Where are we going, plane? INS, please. INS, please. Give me INS. Flight director's on. And I want IS hold. Oh, I can't remember how to fly this thing. There we are. 210, outsell, IS hold. Ah! And relax. 1013. Let's do the after takeoff checklist. I'm just turning these down now. We'll do a flyby when I can. So gears off. Water brakes off. A call from the crew.
Cabin ready.
Oh, cabin's ready. Well, better late than never. Let's get the backs on. Perfect. Air conditioning and pressurisation. Diff pressure's already increasing as the cabin rate to climb. And let's do the after takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist.
Gear lever.
Whoa, come on plane. Where's it going?
Off.
INS.
Landing and logo lights.
Not sure where it's going. Have I not got INS in? Oh no, I think it's just sort of like... Yeah, it's getting there. It's just being a bit lazy on the turn. 12 miles ahead. There it goes, there it goes. I was getting a bit worried there. Sorry, landing and logo lights. We'll turn off that and leave those on till 10,000 feet, so we'll skip it.
Ignition. Check. Seatbelts and no smoking sign. Check. Back valve.
Hello, so that means it's approaching the waypoint.
Let's see.
10,000.
So how do I get rid of the yokes? They're really annoying me. It's in the way, and I think there's a button to do it. Right, 10,000, we need to accelerate, so let's go to vertical speed. Leave it at 1,000 feet per minute rate to climb, turn on the fuel heat. Which is... here.
Auto. After takeoff checklist completed.
Perfect. Now we're going to accelerate to 300 knots, or 297. Turn up VATSIM. There we are. So it is good on the INS now. And for conventional navigation, I just need to find out the airway radial so we can sort of back it up. So we've got 15.2 active, and the radial is 159. 159. So this should be all lined up. Uh-oh. Is that because it's on? Oh, I hope I'm going the right way. Where's indicated airspeed hold? Look, if in doubt, follow the Nile, and I can see the Nile on the right hand side. There we are. Indicate airspeed hold. God, it's loud in here. As it would do, would be flying at 300 knots. I think we're good. I mean, the INS is sequenced 3 miles. We're on the right track. I'm just a bit confused as to why the HSI is showing me not on track here, but it's not identifying correctly. We're definitely on track because this is pointing on the radial, look. Anyway, it's sequenced to the next waypoint now anyway, so it's turning. And it is the correct track. Looking at the flight plan, we need to be tracking 160, which we are, that 160, so it is good. I don't know why this HSI is off. IFR, I follow rivers, brilliant. Well, there's only one way of checking if we are navigating correctly. Yeah, look at that. Inbound to Razmi already, so we're all good. I don't know why the HSI is off. 15.2 active, I think there's a way I've got to turn it on for that FO side. I've got radio 159, haven't I? 160, yeah. It's showing me well off. Anyway, we'll rely on the INS, and look outside. Look at this. Right, yeah, hold on, I best do my own pre-cruise checks. Fuel is all good, lights, there we go. APU is off, pressurisation, diff is 5 psi, cabin altitude 4,000 feet. Set. Breeze the belts, cabin, there we are, checks complete. Select number 1 on MCP. Ooh. Ah no, number 2. Maybe number 1. Ah, okay, there we are. Thank you, 159. That's better. Thanks, Natek. Very short sector, guys, so as soon as we get to our cruise level at 330, I did set standard, didn't I? Yeah, 1013. Hopefully get continuous climb. Look at it, look at the landscape out here. Very dramatic. I've never flown to Egypt, or to Cairo, even south of Cairo. The Nile's off to the right hand side. There's the Nile. Still, please explain fixed dark cockpits. Oh, approaching our cleared flight level action. Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, request further climb. It's actually gone to outsell now.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima.
1,000 level off.
Contact Cairo Control 127.7. Have a great flight.
127.7, thank you for the ATC, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, bye. So I just need to switch the, as we're levelling off, just switch this to speed hold, so the autothrottle's going to come back to maintain 300 knots. Cairo Centre, hello, it's Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, approaching flight level 210, inbound to Razmi, request further climb.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, can I find a request?
Request flight level 330, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Oh, I don't know what he said. Right, we'll level off at 210 anyway, temporarily. I don't know how to turn down the exterior volumes. If I go outside, I will deafen you. Look at that, over the Sahara. Completely empty around here. Chris, I was having issues with the RXP enhancer. It's making everything blue in the Z1, so I've actually uninstalled it again. In fact, I just get mixed results. Alright, well, it's this height here. Pressurization's all stable. Fuel, got 23 tons. We've only burnt 5 so far. 5 tons, and we've been airborne for 10 minutes. 5 tons of fuel. Oh dear. This is just such a gas guzzler. Well, if we head up at 210 the whole way, it's not the end of the world. We'll just use up all of our extra 30 minutes of fuel. Hello, Air Wisconsin 32. Hope you're doing well. Another stream. Yes, this was very much an impromptu stream. Very much so. I mean, this time 2 hours ago, I was only leaving our training centre. It's 742 hard to learn. Yeah, it takes a bit of time, Delta. I am by far an expert. No expert at all. Just I've flown it a few times, and I fly like the 7.3, and it sort of works in a rough way. Like I make a real mash of the air conditioning and the systems, but it keeps us all alive. We are pressurised. The engines are running. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, the controller's gone very quiet, hasn't he? I've heard a couple of people check in, but no one has responded. Oh, interesting. The frequency is gone, guys. I'm looking on Xpilot. I was on 127.7 and it's completely disappeared. I'll just share my screen so you guys can see. Have a look at this. Look at that. I'm on 127.7 and there is no active 127.7 frequency on Xpilot. I think he might have either logged off or had problems. Oh yeah, corner page, learn to flare higher. Yeah, I'm going to flare about 40-50 feet, not 20. Well, what do I do? There's no ATC. He's gone. Frequency isn't active. All I see is Cairo Tower, Cairo ground. And I do have the approach controllers coming online now within range in Luxor.
Can we get a bit lower? We are almost 3 minutes from the field.
He's not here, buddy. Checking on 1266. Okay, yeah, I'll try sensor. Good idea.
I think there is a controller change. It's not my sector at the moment. Or he has connection problems. Stand by a moment. Roger that, thank you.
I'll just go back to the other frequency temporarily because it sounds like other people were checking in. I mean, if we're currently inbound to waypoint 3, we're going to nearly be halfway, you know. So it's probably this scenery is insane. It's going to be probably might as well just stay here. Oh, I'm invisible, Mad Matt UK. Don't know why I didn't pop up. Uh-oh. So yeah, it looks like this guy's out of action. So he did tell me to maintain 210. I think he said when I checked in, yeah, standby. Your request is copied. Interesting. Right, anyway, let's keep an eye on our progress. We can cruise at 21,000 feet. It's not the end of the world. I just want to grab the ATIS in Luxor. I forgot I was finding Luxor. So the ATIS there is saying it's runway 02, expect radar vectors 3106, cavalcade 33 degrees there. Bear in mind it's live weather and the actual time there sun would have set now. Excuse me, so it's very, very hot. So we can start sort of talking about this approach. So what we'll do is, because we're on INS, I'll tune the Luxor VOR, and this airway, if I put the overlay on here, it goes straight to the VOR, and we can probably, it's technically shouldn't go straight outbound because it's just outside, but if we're above the MSA, we could self-position. So we'll type in the Luxor VOR 14.4. That is now active actually, 185 miles away.
Egypt Air 556.
There we are, we can check the ident as well on the Luxor VOR. Lima X-ray Romeo. That's Lima X-ray Romeo. I don't know more, so I've just got the chart in front of me. So that is good, we've identified the correct VOR. And everything's going to be based off that. So if we should get ATC getting closer to Luxor. And we'll fly this procedural approach. The VOR is sort of not co-located. It's to the northeast of the airport. And the full procedural arrival. We've got to try and work out what height we want to be at Luxor. So I'd say ideally we want to be at Luxor at around 8,000 feet, flight level 80, both for the procedural approach, which gives us plenty of time to descend, and also for vectors. So if we want to be at Luxor at 8,000 feet, and let's just stay here at 21,000 feet, we only need to lose 13,000 feet. So 13 times 3 is 39. So we should get 40 miles before Luxor. We want to be starting our descent. So about 130 miles. If we get further climb, great. But you know, I don't want to wait for that point otherwise. So 40 miles. When this is at 40, we can start our descent from 21,000 feet. I am half tempted to continue climbing though, or go over to 126.6. I could message that controller. Decisions. Fonzie, what airport haven't you flown into that you'd like to fly to? I'd like to go to Schiphol. It's very busy though, but I've never been. I just want to say I've been.
Message 242 Cairo control radar contact standby. Contact.
We've got someone on 1277. He's back, yeah.
Cairo control, Egypt Air 556, we need to lower.
Where's the shortcut to hide the yoke? Was there like show hide yoke button down here or something? Or have they
Egypt Air
removed
556,
it?
contact Luxor, radar 1.
I quite like it because it gives you a much clearer indication of the controls, and there used to be like a show high yoke button, but I think it's been removed. Unless it's moved to the menu. The tablet. Oh, don't know.
Stand by Egypt Air 762, descent level 240, contact Cairo, director 119050.
Y on keyboard. Oh, thank you. Flying Frank. Is that just unique to the Felis? That's great, thanks for that.
Egypt Air 762.
Fish rib, the yoke hide button is removed to make way for the two switches in its place. Ah, well these are the INS updating. What was that then? Oh no, it's these. What do these do? Oh, this is new.
Egypt Air 33 Cairo, ready to check. Loud and clear, Egypt Air 33. Egypt Air 33, contact Luxor radar
Yeah, because we're at 160 miles, we could climb in a little bit further, but we don't really have time to get up to 33,000 feet now. That's a default X-plane. I did not know that. I did not know that. Hello Egypt, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, still at flight level 210. We can maybe climb up to flight level 280 or 290 final, if that helps. Probably not at all.
Confirm level 390.
Unable 390 for the descent into Luxor, but we can climb maybe up to flight level 290 or 300, whatever's best for you.
Yeah, you can climb to level 200.
Flight level 290, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, thank you. This gets us a little bit better, a little bit more efficient.
We need
There we are, EPR.
556. We need again the frequency, please.
And ooh, what's happened here? What have I done? IS hold.
Egypt Air 556.
There we are. So it's going to pitch for the speed. And yeah, 290. That's all right. A little bit more efficient.
124.3.
Just need to work out our new top of descent point. That's all.
for Egypt 556. Thank you.
We're so light. Look, it's shooting up at 29,000 feet. Cool. So 29,000 feet, we want to be at 80, remember, at Luxor VOR, so now we need to lose 21,000 feet. 21,000 times 3 is 63 miles, so it's now instead of 40 miles, at 65 nautical miles, we'll start our descent. Alright. Cool, look at it go.
Vista 242, climb to level 290. Shift changes are always missing. Apologies for that.
Yeah, I think they had a controller change or something, didn't they? Cool. So obviously we're burning a little bit more fuel getting up to that cruise level, but the engines are more efficient, turbofan engines at a higher altitude. Yeah, I know, Longcat, ladies and gentlemen, operates the 737-400. Yeah, it's and it all works. Like everything is modelled. So you have to do a bit of thinking about it. What's our alternate reserve fuel actually for unpronounceable alternate?
1108, maintain 240
it's a whopping 10.3 tons to divert.
4 Fox, contact Cairo control 126.6
That's 23 tons. And we've used on this sector so far 6, what's that, 7.2 tons? We burnt 7.2 tons of fuel.
4 Fox, Cairo.
22 minutes air. Cool. We best brief the rest of the chart, hadn't we? So what's going to happen is the airway terminates at Luxor. We're either going to get vectors, well that's what the ATC, the ATIS suggested. If not, we'll do the procedural arrival outbound 17 miles, and that takes us onto a 10-mile final onto the approach. So actually, flight level 80 is probably a tad high, but we can easily descend in this aircraft.
Charlie Lima, report max speed.
We're currently maintaining 300 knots indicated, so once we reach flight level 290, Mach decimal 78, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima.
So that's gonna be 300 indicated?
A firm Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, I can give you more or less.
Roger, stand by. Egypt Air 62, report indicated speed.
So our hold is engaged. It's just beginning to level off, one to go. Mamat, no, very happy at my operator flying the NG.
Walaikum assalam, stand by.
Look at the desert here. Oops, sorry. Charles, no way.
Egypt Air 62, report indicated speed first.
There we are, flight level 290, Mach decimal 78. And I've got loads more in the tank.
80 knots, descent level 200.
So finishing
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, maintain 280 knots. Report when ready for descent.
280 knots, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Oops, I accidentally left an EPR as well.
Contact,
So speed 280, that's going to probably close the thrust levers, but not good for the engines, having just been climb thrust to these old things.
1108, contact Cairo director 119.
So 280 knots as requested by ATC. Pedroca, yeah, I download Orpho on a stream-by-stream basis, about 12 tiles. This is zoom level 16 on route 17 around the airport. So yeah, speed's going back to 280. Was traffic just 1,000 feet above us?
Roger that,
There they are. Cool. So, starting the rest of the chart. Expecting vectors, if not Luxor transition. We're then going to get onto the ILS. Now, I'll tune that on standby Jim side, 108.5 as a reminder. Final approach course is 019. Again, we can preset that as a reminder. And just in case we do the procedural approach, I'll put the outbound from the VOR 229. We're on INS at the moment. We'll just make sure we keep the heading book updated. You won't see it move because we're on INS, but we'll just set it around 160. Cool, so MSA, the highest is the southeast, 3,800. There's a bit of terrain to the south we need to be aware of, but the weather's really nice, 33 degrees, whatever it was. Round we go, we'll do the Cat 1 ILS, the minimums.
Alpha 62 Alpha Cairo.
It's 800 metres RVR, and Cat D, I guess this is 535, which is 241 feet on the radio altimeter. I just do this to make sure we get the minimum score. So 241, the height above the ground for that is 535 feet. So I'll just set that as a reminder of the barrier minimums. About there. Cool, pretty much briefed everything, guys. It's just top of descent now. The new top of descent, 3 times the height, we'll do at 65 nautical miles. About 40 miles to go.
Cairo, hello, KLM 95 Yankee.
And this is when we're in the descent already. Let's just do the landing performance.
KLM 95 Yankee, hello, radar contact, continue asphalt.
So 3,000 metres available. Wow, the actual beyond the glide slope is 2,600, so we'll call it 2,600. Landing calculation, so we'll put 2,600. Airport elevation is 294 feet, so we'll call it 300. Runway heading is 02. I'll put it flat, it's dry, it's 30 degrees, which is going to decrease our landing performance. The QNH at our destination is 1006, and the surface wind is, can't see it now, 3106. Good, so there we are. I think we want to break medium. Minimum's not enough. Medium 2,183 metres. We need 2,600, and we can plan to vacate off 02 at either Golf if we can, Hotel Juliet are the options, so vacate to the left. So that will be flap 30. I'll set those bugs now. Oh no. Oh look, I forgot to update the weight. So flap 30, set the bugs for that. Which are now set. We could do minimum, but we're going to go medium to be conservative. Clean 230, yeah, that makes sense. And the bugs have been updated. Flat 1 to 11. Cool. So flat 1 is this speed. Clean's 230. There we are, performance done. There's the Nile. When ready, descent flight level 200, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. So out holes, just set flight level 200. And we're going to start our descent as we briefed at 65 miles.
Start descending now for the sequencing, so I'm not sure if you are ready or yet or not.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, if you'd like me to start descending, I can. I'm planning to start descent in about 25 miles, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. You're the controllers there. Let me know what you'd like.
I think that would be a little bit far because you'll be vectored for ILS-02. So if you still need some distance, I can vector you around.
Oh, we'll start descent now, so Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima.
Thank you.
Perfect. So we'll go VS, and we'll just do a outsell, and we'll just do 1,000 feet per minute. There we are. Down we go.
Confirm ready for descent.
That was a short flight, wasn't it? I'm just basically locked out doing my 3 times stable, plus a few miles to reduce the speed. So we're currently routing to waypoint number 5. Waypoint number 5 is Luxor. We're actually routing, this is the INS directly to the VOR. So you can see it, cross-check it. So this is INS distance, 76. This is DME slant range, 76. So it looks good. That says we're going to get there in 10 minutes. This is a great thing about INS, it will give you ETA. So 10 minutes, 1,000 feet per minute, will be at 18,000 feet. So we will increase our rate of descent in a little bit in a short while. Nevada Rocks, have you forgot to set landing weight? No, I remembered just to do it. I don't know if you're watching the stream behind, but yeah, I reset this to our landing weight, 221 tons. Right now we're at 233. So it reckons we're going to burn another 10 tons of fuel, really? Might be a bit conservative. We might have to update that. Hi Hayden, I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here, buddy. And look, we're going to cross the Nile. It's amazing how around the Nile, it's very green and lush, isn't it? And then away from the Nile is just, you know, arid desert. So, you know, there's no signs of any life or settlements here. Oh, there's a road. That's it. Just all sand otherwise. That must be the road from Cairo to Luxor. Hello, Wide Skis. Hello, magnificent add-on. Just got it last week and I'm having an amazing time. It is a super add-on.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, contact Luxor, radar 124.3, Master.
124.3. Thanks to the ATC, so Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Bye.
Bye.
Perfect. Over to Luxor approach. So 60 miles over the VOR. We want to be at 8,000 feet. We can even work it off the time. So 8 minutes. We want to be at 8,000 feet. So we're at 26,000. Let's do a little bit of maths. So 26,000. We want to be at 8,000 feet. So we need to lose 18,000 feet in 8 minutes. So we need to be at 2,250 feet per minute to do a continuous descent. So what I'll do, I'll set 2,500 now, and we sort of do a continuous descent. So there's 2,500 dialed in, and we'll go from there. And the auto throttle's going to reduce thrust to maintain to 80 knots. And yeah, let's contact Luxor approach. 1243. Luxor approach, hello, it's Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, descending to flight level 200 inbound to the Luxor VOR.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, Luxor approach, hello, identified, continue descent, flight level 60, expect ILS approach on V02.
So flight level 60, expecting vectors for ILS 02, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. So 60, flight level 606. Only thing was that very clean wing actually, look, it's, the speed is just creeping up there. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Actually, you know what, I'm just going to use a little bit of speed brake, just because we'll give it a speed of 280 knots.
And expect vector to runway 02,
So VS and speed brake's not always the best combination because you might get thrust with speed brake. Not all at the way at the back of flight D10, there we go. Once we get back to 280, see the thrust is coming back up now, so I'll stow the speed brake. Just keep an eye on it. Might just have to keep adding speed brake. In fact, it'd probably be best as I'm under speed control. I'm going to go to IAS, that actually disconnects the auto throttle. And now the aircraft is pitching for 280 knots. Because we're under speed control, support to maintain that speed. Cam, in the 737 FMS, are you able to modify the time of arrival at a certain fix? Yes, it's called RTA. I've never used the function. It's more for airways, for oceanic entry. And you can basically say, look, what time you want to be at a waypoint, and it'll adjust the speed accordingly.
Establish Egypt 556.
Egypt 556, contact tower 121.9.
I'm just manipulating the speed brake to keep the rate of descent going. There's the Nile. Have we ever crossed the Nile on the live stream? No, I don't think we have.
The tower is 119.9. Did you confirm?
Sorry, 119.9, Egypt 556.
Okay, we contact tower. Thank you. Bye bye.
Cool, because we're routing directly to the VOR now, I'm actually going to go to conventional navigation. So I'm going to go heading select, deselect INS. So I'm going to go to radio now, and radio that side. Tune up the course. What was the QDM?
This is Jet 242.
Look at the charts quickly. Inbound course. The radial's 341 outbound, so it's going to be 161. Look at that, bang on it already. 161, and we'll rotate this to forelock. There we are, so we're flying inbound on the VOR now, no longer using INS navigation. I'll put this to dual. Seatbelt signs going on. No smoking on. We're best even descent check this now, actually.
4,000 feet and right heading.
That's all good.
Right heading.
Approach checklist, please.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness.
Check.
Right
Seatbelts and no smoking signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
It's a fantastic view, isn't it?
Exterior
Look
lights.
at this.
Check.
Outer brakes.
Oops, I forgot to set the medium.
Low.
Radio INS switches.
Radio.
Flight director computer selectors.
Check.
Brake pressure.
Right heading 190.
Spoilers.
Armed.
Altimeters.
Spoilers aren't, well, I've still got them extended a bit.
3. Set and cross check.
Landing data, EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross check.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness. Check. Fuel panel. Check. Fuel heat. Off.
Good.
EPR computer.
Where's the fuel temperature?
Let's see.
Uh-oh, once that will go around, doesn't it? Oops, I never had the weather radar on. Not that we needed it today, though.
Go around. Cabin altitude. Check. Circuit breakers. Check.
Yeah, in the descent, we're not really much sure. Yeah, fuel temperature didn't even get below 0. Perfect. Auto no, this is just me downloading tiles. So look at around the Nile. Like, where all the civilization is, it's all around the Nile. It's amazing. Down, hello. Congrats on passing. Yes, thank you very much. It's very kind of you, sir. 23 miles to run. 14,000 feet. Yeah, looking okay.
Right heading 293 with the jet 50.
Looking good. Still inbound the Luxor viewer. Might be able to see the airport soon because it's just co-located to the north. Oh no, sorry, the VOR is actually to the no, it is to the north, isn't it? So if we look straight ahead, slightly to the right, we should hopefully see the airport soon. Oh, I think it's right on the Nile, isn't it? There it is. That's the airport. Look, there's Luxor Airport. Just getting vectors to the south and then back onto 02. The scenery, including the characteristic desert haze, is awesome. Yeah, X-Plane 12 with ortho is great. If you want to do low-level stuff, not so nice. You know, it doesn't look great when you're on the airport ortho. But when you're up here, it's amazing. Amazing how good it looks. I mean, look at that, and it's all 3D with the mesh. Oh, he's having a break. Uh-oh. I mean, look how good that looks. detail is awesome. Even if I zoom in. Anyway, we're cleared to flight level 60, but because we're approaching 10,000 feet, we're just going to go vertical speed for a second, shallow off our rate of descent to around 200 feet per minute and get the speed down to 250 knots. Once we're at 250, I'll go back to indicated airspeed hold. All the throttle's disconnected at the moment, which is the case when you're in the IS mode, but we know about that. Hey, where there's civilization, there's water, absolutely. And we're about to cross the Nile for the first ever time on a live stream. There we are, look, right over the Nile. So approaching 250 knots. There's 250. Back to IS hold. And the aircraft's now pitching for 250 knots. This is looking good. To the north of the airport. Flight level 100, maybe a smidge high. Let's see what happens. Cross the Nile instead of across the pond, yes. Let's do the post-cruise checks. Let's turn all these lights on. Fuel for million pumps on, not the 7.3. They're all good here. Oh, I know, I forgot to open these at the top of descent. So that feeds the reserve tank into the main tanks. So we'll have about 4.8 in each of them, which is fine. Angular bank can't set. Pressurization's all good. Seatbelts are on. Checks and clicks.
Egypt 6-2, I don't see any traffic with
23.3 tons for the landing weight.
without any separation with you.
It was very conservative. Let's
Egypt 3-3.
why it's gone so low. Right, let's set those bugs. 23 tons. Our actual weight is 23.3, so I can't set it to any more than that. I'll just do 23, that's fine. So set these bugs, clean is 233 knots. There's the airport, it's our destination. And we're approaching the VOR, so we're at 3.4 miles to run. So I just need to nudge him, because otherwise we have to enter the hold.
Localizer alive.
Nope, that's the back course. That's the back course for the localizer. There you go, look. Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima approaching the Luxor VOR.
Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima on present heading, continue descent flight level 60.
Maintain present heading, descend flight level 60, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. So yeah, if you get to an approach beacon, you have to enter the hold if you've not been cleared, because that's where the routing terminated. So I would have to have done a direct entry look into the hold there. So if you look at the little aeroplane icon, there we go, right over the top of the VOR this second. One to go. 250 knots, so I need to put the auto throttle back on and make sure that's set to speed. So the auto throttle is going to maintain 250 knots for me. Let's go for yes, 1,000 feet per minute now. Auto throttle's coming up to maintain 250. There's the airport. Very cool. Oh, sorry guys, keep bringing up the charts up.
Alpaca 62 Alpha, Luxor approach hello identified, expect ILS approach runway 02 and continue descent at level 60.
I love this airline so much. So the INS is now thinking of going direct to Luxor, we can sort of ignore it now. Flight level 60 downwind, that's a good height.
Repair 156, standby, break, Alpaca 28, Charlie Lima, right heading 190, descent 4,000 feet.
Riding 190 degrees, set altitude 4,000 feet. Just confirm the QNH, please, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima.
Alpaca 28, Charlie Lima, QNH 1006, get to Pascals.
QNH 1006, thank you, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. So 4,000 feet set, we've got vertical speed engaged, outsail, 1,000 feet per minute. Set QNH, what did he say, 1006, so it has dropped off a little bit. 1006, and standby is set. Passing 5,600, 4,000 feet, no flight standby altimeter is set. So let's now bug 230 knots, or the clean speed, 233. I think that just means the auto throttle's closed. We're in VS, that's good.
Egypt 156.
And now on the vectors, we can set the final approach course 019 and tune the ILS frequency 1085. Good. One to go.
Air Cairo 275 contact Cairo
8 miles, 5,000. It's looking okay. Try to do a bit of a CDA.
Mr. Jet 242 right heading.
So now I'm going to reduce to the flat 1 speed, 213 knots.
Flaps 1.
What does that red button mean? It's the order throttle's in. Does that mean it's like it's closed, I think? It's like the blinking amber light in the 737. Are you doing the landing repair? Always the Devil Riser. Yeah, it'd be cool to do the full procedure on the VOR, yeah. We've done a few of those in the Felis. So we'll go to flat 5, 193 knots. The flat placard speeds are so high in the 7.4 as well. Look, flat 1 is 275 knots, flat 5 250. There's flat 5, trailing edge flaps indications there. So the platform is 3,200, so we're looking really nice here. Dear me, I've just lost the range now. Just approaching 4,000. Waiting for our turn to base leg. MSA in this sector is 3,800, so we can't really take us much lower. Oh, where's my CDA gone? No, I thought it'd be turning us base by now, but he's taking us really far out. I was sort of planning for a 10-mile final, but because we're still going, I'm going to forego my CDA and level off. So flat 5, 193 knots, that's the flat 5 speed. I'm just going to do 200 though. Where's my base turn? Riding 290 degrees, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. That's a very sensitive EGPWS warning. There we are, base leg. He can't descend me further because of the terrain. Anyway, I don't mind not doing a CDA in this aircraft, it's fine. What's up to my DME distance though? Now our base leg, it's reduced to 180, flap 10.
Flaps 10.
And we're going to be pretty much just below the glide on this intercept heading. Yeah, look at that terrain, don't want to go below 4,000. Ah, what have I done? Stupid boy.
Okay, 156 approaching Luxor.
Alright, bit untidy with the CDA, but we're ready to intercept. Yeah, the procedural arrival goes over the Nile actually, where there's a lot less terrain. I'm quite glad I'm on the radar vectors here. Just waiting for the intercept heading. Set frequencies courses.
Mr. Jet 242 left heading 160.
Gets cabin crew ready for landing.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Where's our intercept turn? Let's see, where's the radio?
Contact to Charlie Lima, descent 3,200 feet, and right heading 330, cleared ILS, runway 02.
Riding 330 degrees, descend altitude 3,200 feet on that heading. We're cleared for the ILS 02. That's really sensitive, but to be fair, my rate of descent is a bit excessive. What's going on? Why is it starting descending so much? VS, correct sensing, arming for warlock. Yeah, I didn't want to drop down like that, to be fair. I think I forgot to go out hold. Right, localizer arm. There's the DME. We're very, very low. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Right, let's do a really shallow descent now, just like a couple of 100 feet per minute. Why did it dive like that? I think I forgot to push out hold. Yeah, glide slope's just about alive. It's a bit of a steep intercept, but it'll do. Very good speed anyway. No, let's not talk about that long cat. We have something called OVFDM, which is the same basically.
Mr. Jet 242 left heading 100.
alarm the glide slope as well. Oh, someone's ding-donged me.
Cabin ready.
Excellent, cabin ready's ready for landing. Localizer alive, localizer capture, runway heading is set, glide slopes armed. Flap 10, next is gear down flap 20. And ILS reads, what's the DME? ILUX, I think it's 0 at the threshold. Sort of levelled off a little bit.
You can continue descent control to 200.
It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. It's all good. If you're looking out that window, it's all good.
Terrain.
Yes.
Tower,
I must remind you, if we were to get that warning in real life, we'd have to do a mandatory terrain escape manoeuvre. Glasgow capture, Mr. Approach altitude 4,500.
Alpaca 2 Charlie Lima, confirm established.
Just established now, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima.
Alpaca 2 Charlie Lima, contact tower 109 small niner and have a soft landing, see you.
119.9, thank you very much to the great ATC, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, bye. Over to tower. Rejected takeoff. Great.
Standard Southeast 870, Roger. 662, go around, runway heading. Climb command level 60.
Someone's done an RTO, he's been told to go around. Oh my god, what's going on? Got 7, he's taxiing, he's still flying the approach. Great. 7 miles.
Gear down.
Gear down, flap 20.
Flaps 20.
62, runway 02, surface wind 2905 knots, clear.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist.
Flap 30.
Gear.
It's not quite down, locked yet.
Flaps 25.
There we go, we're all good.
Down and check.
Down and check.
Gears down. Green light.
Flaps.
They're
Flaps
coming.
25.
Flaps 25.
They're coming,
Ignition.
30.
Damn.
Flaps 30.
He's a bit behind the old checks.
Flight start.
So he's checking,
And
guys.
skid.
Check.
Altimeters.
How to arm it.
1006. Set and cross
Needs to
check.
check in, needs to check in.
Landing checklist completed.
Luxor Tower, hello, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Established ILS 02 at 5 miles.
Alpaca 2 Charlie Lima, hello, radar. Contact, continue approach.
Continue approach, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Right, landing checklist complete, cleared to land. What's happened to my yoke cam? There you go, it's not the best angle, is it? There we go. Right, let's get comfortable. What's the wind doing? Is there a bit of a crosswind here? I don't know. Right, disconnecting the auto throttle, which is not modelled here. Why is that not working? Oh, crikey, hold on. How do I disconnect the auto? I literally can't remember how to disconnect the auto throttle. There we go. Whee! And the autopilot disconnect's not working either. There we are.
Charlie Lima, service wind 2905, runway 02, clear.
1000.
Right, 02 cleared to land, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima. Right, cleared to land, check this complete. Watch for it, descent. Right, we're all stable. Flight director's good, speed's good, maybe a little fast, just get it trimmed out here. Nice long runway, remember. Keep the runway at the same point in the windscreen. Centre line looks good. Actually, a little bit off localizer, so looking at the HSI. Following the flight directors are good. They're following nav and glide slope. Smidge high on speeds. Keep descending, no more than 1,000. That's it, that picture's looking a bit better now. Don't flare at 20 feet, not in the 737. I'm going to flare about 40.
500.
Checked. Minimum's coming up, Cat 1 minimums. Getting a little bit high. Keep descending, speed's a bit high. I'm just at about 3 whites there.
Approaching
2 reds, 2
minimum.
whites.
Minimum.
Continue. Smidge, 3 whites in this is okay. Keep descending though. 2 reds, 2 whites, looking good. Keep descending. A bit high on speed.
50, 40,
Check.
30,
Close.
20.
Or a little bit too high. Uh-oh.
10.
Where are you? Come on! Oh my goodness! Oh,
Check
what a
reverse.
float! Speed breaks up. Oh, it's too long. reverses. Gently lower the nose. Oh, it really doesn't want to go. There's the nose down. 100 knots. There's a bit of a float. 80.
Auto brake off.
Manual braking. 14-second float.
60 knots.
Cancer reverse.
Out, off, reverse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Luxor. Bit naughty. I couldn't see any touchdown zone there, so yeah, it's all good. The whole runway's the touchdown zone in Luxor. There we go. 10 knots. Body gear steering's not on. Oh! There we go.
Welcome to Luxor. Switch ground 1219.
Ground 1219, thanks ATC out back at 28 Charlie Lima. Bye.
Bye-bye.
There we go. Yeah, I was going a little... Yeah, I think 10 knots didn't help, Jeff. A little bit fast over the threshold. Flared a little bit high. I flared at 40 feet, which is too high. I think if I'd actually left it to 20, 30 feet, would have been okay. Good. We're down. Flaps up. It's all good.
Flaps up.
Sketch, says Chris Strubble. Oh, sorry. Right, let's take the next left. That last 10 feet just left. I'm gonna watch we'll watch the replay, and it just kept on going and going and going and going. Welcome on board, Jay. Oh dear. Right, ground 1219. And Luxor ground, hello, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, just vacated 02.
Alpaca 3, Charlie Lima, hello, welcome. Via Alpha, then Foxtrot to stand 5 Bravo.
Alpha Foxtrot 2 for stand 5 Bravo, Alpaca 28 Charlie Lima, thank you. Perfect. Right, I think the scenery is very basic here. I'm going to be really reliant on this. I don't think the stand numbers appear. So Alpha, I wrote down the instructions. I can't even see where I wrote them down. Alpha Foxtrot 2. Oh, what the world? What? Whoa, what happened there? I wasn't looking. Was that over the runway? What happened there? Right, Alpha Foxtrot 2, and then the stand was 5 Bravo. Right, I can see where it is. Yeah, alright, okay. I don't know what happened there. I fear it was someone messing around. Right, let's turn these lights off. Taxi and flow, what have I got to do in this machine?
50,
that
40,
one, that one.
30, 20.
Flight directors are off. Let's set that to 100. Get the APU started. Thank you very much, Andy, for your donation, sir. Very
Love
kind.
your channel.
Thank you.
Nice to catch you live for once.
I'm glad you could catch me live, Andy. That's very kind of you from the United States of America. Thank you very much for the $5 donation, sir. Very kind. Cool. APU's being booted up. So it's going to be the second right. Okay, second right. Some jumbos on the apron here. How am I doing with taxi inflow? Not very well. Stand by. That'll do. Strobes can come off. AP I've already fired up. Yeah, I've forgotten so much. Right, second right. I don't think there's any stand numbers here. So second right. 10 knots for the turn. Chris, man, I'm glad this is all simulated. What? Would you not fly with me? Ah, float-tastic landing. Thank you very much, Gary. There we go. Yeah, the ortho is great, but close up it's just this blurry flat texture, unfortunately. That is really turned down as well. There's Foxtrot 2, I need to go in the cockpit here. What was that, Foxtrot 2? Yeah, there we are. Right. Put some nice taxiing music as well. There we go. Right, and now we've got to try and identify 5 Bravo. I think, unfortunately, there's a static aircraft on it. Yeah, there is. So we're going to request 6 Bravo, I think. Because the first one, 4 Bravo, 5, we're just going to go 6 Bravo. Because there's a static model there. Static, that's VATSIM, isn't it? And static, VATSIM. Turn off the inboard, turn off lights. Awesome add-on. I mean, it was a super short flight. The plan was, if I was able to do Cross the Pond last weekend, I would have taken this. I want to take this on Across the Pond. It's fast, it's cool, it's the ultimate. Start the taxi inflow anyway.
After landing checklist.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Body gear steering.
Oops.
Arm.
Auto brakes.
That's 6 Bravo. Wrong stand up,
Damn.
there's nothing I could do. Oops, yeah, auto brake, don't forget to turn off.
Off.
Ignition.
Oops.
Damn.
Damn it!
Off.
Engine and wing anti-ice.
Off.
Radar and transponder.
Thanks to a jumbo.
Standby.
Flaps.
Up.
Spoilers.
Down.
Stabilizer trim.
There we are.
Hold on.
Oops, yeah, in the green band, I think. Or how many units was it for the taxi? 7 units? No. There we
7
go.
units.
Outflow valves. Open. Pressurization mode selector.
On
Wait.
the APU. That should be in manual.
Manual. Aft cargo heat.
Just shut down 2 of the engines.
Let's see.
I'm forgetting so many things. It's just so much to remember. How am I meant to remember to do the
Off.
aft cargo heat?
APU. Check. Checklist completed.
Alrighty, we're on stand. Parking brakes set. Let's turn off the engines. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Luxor. There we go. Amazing. Lovely ramp trees, yes. Oh, slightly off centre line. Let's not talk about my parking. The almighty stunt there was a 200 that was former Hateware that went freeware 2004. Old school. Rosie, I remember thinking the CLS 747-200 FSX was the peak of simulation. The feel is just so beyond it. Yeah, this is probably the most detailed add-on anyway. I keep wanting to come back to it. A lot of my streams are based off current releases, what you guys want to do, but I wanted to fly this aeroplane because, believe it or not, I'm very fortunate to do what I do for a living, but I enjoy flying aircraft like this. I was like, I saw this event yesterday, I was like, I really want to do it. And you guys can watch if you want, but I'm doing it for me. Hope we get one for Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, that would be cool to enjoy the scenery of the sim as well. But the ortho looks really good. But yeah, close up, the ortho looks grand. Yeah, I don't think those are trees you typically find at Luxor either on the ramp. It's just stock airport. Chris says, man, I'm glad this is all simulated. Yeah, you were very upset, weren't you, with my landing? Very good. Yeah, we'll look at that landing in a second. That was a little bit of floating. Sammy, lovely flight, thank you. It's only a short one here. Excellent. What's your first 777 stream going to be? Short, medium, or long haul? I'll probably do something like 2 or 3 hours, not long haul. But yeah, when it's released, I'll probably 2.5, 3 hours or something. I mean, I don't know if... Yeah, I've actually flown on a short haul 777 flight. I went from Singapore to Jakarta years ago on a 777-200, and that was a short flight. Cool. Right, you then would complete the secure checklist, but because I want to do the replays, I don't want to get the aircraft fully shut down, even though it doesn't work. But yeah, great, enjoyable little flight. Felis 747 is the quintessential add-on, I think. It's so good. Really, you can get sink into it. I mean, I'm flying this like a 7.3. There's lots of things I'm probably not doing correctly, but just getting it from A to B is enjoyable. Josh, how much did your PC roughly set you back? I bought it just over 2 and a bit years ago. It was in December 22. No, December 21. And what was it? It was about 2,500-3,000, I think, with these specs. So what's that? 3080. I'm not a PC buff. You can get the specs up in chat if you wish. And exclamation mark PC. But it's running really well. I've never had any issues with it. My Microsoft Flight Sim was crashing, but that was the sim, not the PC. The PC's running really well, and it always has done. So yeah, really, really happy with it. Cool. Right, we're going to call it a day because this is actually my last day at work as well, day 5. My fiance's downstairs. I'm sure she'd like to spend some time with me before I head off. She was actually out today, which is why I decided to stream. And I'm very busy on Monday and Tuesday, so that's why I wanted to get a stream out before I go live. Just Flight have sent me their Tomahawk out, which was recently released, so maybe I'll do a little fun GA flight in that on Monday, maybe tomorrow evening when I get back home, but if not, Tuesday or Wednesday. And then actually, it's my flying week next week. I actually have 2 standbys, so if that doesn't change, you never know, you might see me again. And I've got a couple of videos I want to record as well in either the PMDG 737 or Zebo, just some things I'd like to cover, so keep your eyes posted. Right, we'll log off of VATSIM. 80 was very good today. I know we had a bit of a hiccup with one of the controllers had issues, and we couldn't quite get up to our cruise level. We got up to 29,000 feet, and no doubt you'll see this aircraft again very soon. And I have to say, for an unplanned, untested sector, having just jumped into the aircraft, I was very pleased with how that flight went. I always like to sort of fly a practice sector in a different aeroplane. Oops, we better end New Sky, shouldn't we? Shall we see how we did? Have I still left the beacon on? Yes, there we are. That's actually going to conclude the flight. Let's now... why can't I get New Sky to appear for you guys? Hold on. Let's have a look here. New Sky, done. I've absolutely no idea why New Sky's not coming up on the screen. Don't worry, I'll share my entire screen. That will work. I'll have a look at that. There we are. I'll just share my whole screen. Let's see how I scored. Close flight, yes. 7.65 out of 10. Are you rude? Yeah, okay, alright. Long landing. 1,145 meters. Ah, yes. That's a little bit unacceptable. If I was landing at Leeds, I'd be about 2/3 down the runway. Alright, fair. Touchdown rate of descent was fine. The distance was well in excess of what was acceptable. Would have been if the touchdown zone was actually on the runway. I should have got around, guys. I'll put my hands up. That should have been a go around. No nav lights for 3,900 seconds. Did I forget to turn them on? No doubt I did. Whoops. Yeah, we'll look at the replay. That was unacceptable. Yeah, you would not want to have landed where I did. At all. That's 1,100 meters of runway, which I've not used to decelerate. Anyway, let's quickly turn that off before anyone else tunes in and watches. And let's actually have a look at that. I think that must be a record. I don't think I've ever floated as long as that before. Right, cue the replay music. Let's take a look. Oh, that's incredibly loud. Please don't crash or anything, because the replay of this thing is so good. Right, Alt-R, let's start dragging it back. Look at the trees jumping up and down. No, don't. No. I think every time I fly the Felis, it crashes the replay system. Oh, god damn it, X-Plane. Sort it out. It's completely frozen, guys. It always does. It did this in the last Felis stream, I remember. The Felis 747 does not work in the X-Plane replay. Every time I try it, it's completely crashed. Damn it! Well, we'll just have to say if you missed the landing, the flare was perfect. Touchdown right in the touchdown zone, and yeah, it's completely killed the PC. I can actually still control everything else. So send me logs. Felis will do. Yeah, Felis, everyone, the developer of the 747-200. It says X-Plane is not responding. Usually it's crashed by now. I'll send you the logs, Felis. I'll drop them to you on Discord now. There we go, it's dead. But it did that in the last couple of Felis streams, I think, with the replay. It just didn't work. But the actual flight, no problem at all. Anyway, what can I show you instead? Nothing. Here's... I can wave goodbye. There you go. Bye. Cut the music off, obviously. Oh dear, but yeah, thank you very much for all your support, guys. A couple of donations got as well. Very generous of you. Thank you indeed. To all the regular viewers and subscribers, thanks for popping in. To all the members, thanks for your continued support. I'll see you all soon, guys. Cheerio.